You can't sing. You can never sing because you're not the greatest in the world. Because to see the great, you got to tune it here to Kocosports.com and check out Wrestle AM. That's right, the Coco crew is back, courtesy of Kocosports.com. That's right, Wrestle AM, half morning show, half wrestling show, pretty much all bullshit. You got the two sexiest fat men on all of internet right here. First, you got yours truly, the Southern Playboy himself, now relocated to the Midwest in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. You got Boom Boom here shaking a room. And, of course, you got me, amigo, the man whose son woke up Godzilla, and thus we have a movie coming out a year to the day that that happened.
True story.
You have Dave Kocotis. Dave, good morning. It's super wrestle early AM here. Of course, WWE is going to present Extreme Rules, the follow-up to WrestleMania 30. I'd say the stakes are high because you had pretty much a critically acclaimed WrestleMania 30. Now you got to follow this up. You're developing new stars. You're getting some guys who didn't get a lot of ring time the last pay-per-view, a little bit more ring time this month. There's been a lot of build-up, a lot of hype, as there is with a lot of pay-per-views. But, Dave, we're going to run it down or run it over. Check out Extreme Rules. Now, first of all, Dave, trip to the zoo aside, are you excited about Extreme Rules?
I don't know. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not pumped up. I don't know if it's because there's so many pay-per-views. I don't know if it's because Floyd Mayweather is fighting. I don't know if it's because it's a stacked. I'm gonna go with I'm not pumped up, but I'm not like hell yeah, Extreme Rules, bitches, Kane, Daniel Bryan. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna go with mediocre. In Japan, they have a saying, I'm so-so. That's like the ultimate English saying. I'm so-so about this pay-per-view. But this is pay-per-view profits. This is pay-per-view profits. So leave your picks down below. At the end of the show, Boom Boom will have a tiebreaker. We keep track of this on the blog. Now listen. Internet infantry, Boom Boom, we all have to get together, and we have to stop Adam Goulet from commenting on this video. Adam Goulet is the king of pay-per-view profits. Have you ever seen on our blog? It's like Adam Goulet, someone else. Adam Goulet, Adam Goulet, Adam Goulet, someone else. Adam Goulet is the king of pay-per-view profits.
I know, he's like our version of Dolphins 1925,
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to pop his tires or something so he can't, I guess have that, or unplug his computer or something. I was gonna say pop his tires, not like he's driving in to put in his picks, but steal his power cable on his computer so he can't get his stuff in. But yeah, Dave, I agree with something earlier you said. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pay-per-views, a lot of hype going on in the world of combat sports. Of course, tonight you had Floyd Money Mayweather fight there. Last week you had TNA Sacrifice. This Sunday you've got Extreme Rules. Just today, New Japan had a pay-per-view. I mean, it's just been busy. We've been all over the place. I mean, it's just everybody's like, oh yeah, I'd love to do combats, but dude, when you've got hell, one weekend in one day you've had two major events. You had a New Japan pay-per-view and a heavyweight boxing title defense. Last week you had a pay-per-view. Then now we got to go into another wrestling pay-per-view. Whew, we've been busy. I tell you, I've been working harder than a Pensacola stripper trying to cover all this stuff. So,
and for the record, it's not heavyweight. I know a bunch of boxing fans are throwing stuff at you right now. They're just throwing garbage at their screen. It's for some title, but Floyd is definitely not a heavyweight. I can assure you that.
What is it? What is official weight? I'm just so used to saying heavyweight. I apologize.
I think he's in 150, around that range. I don't know, to be honest with you, because the titles don't mean shit. Go to Kocosports.com, and there's actually a news story about
Sorry. I got New Japan and WWE on the brain. Sorry, I do have New Japan and WWE on the brain because it's the IWGP heavyweight title, the WWE heavyweight champion, and so that was on my brain, so I apologize. Boxing fans.
Well,
anyway.
In Boom Boom's defense, we started this way later. Boom Boom, 3 hours ago, was like, I'm ready to do the show. I'm like, I'll be back in an hour. 76 hours later, I'm like, hey, Booms, you ready? He's like, I hate you, Dave. All right. A lot of combat sports
I'm
going
about to
on.
watch the fucking sun come up, so yeah. Yeah,
Put,
I'm ready,
put,
Dave. I'm ready.
Put your picks down below. Try to stop Adam Goulet. He's the Mayweather. I mean, he's the Floyd Mayweather of pay-per-view profits. But we got to break this down. We also have to do tiebreakers. Boom, boom. Let's break it down.
All right, let's break it down here now. Let's explain the rules to pay-per-view profits for you newbies here. And judging by our subscriptions, there are quite a few of you. It's simple. Pay-per-view profits is you try to predict who's going to win. We're going to run down the matches, and you pick who's going to win. If you get that pick correct, you get a point. Come into the pay-per-view, the person with the most correct picks is the winner, and therefore the pay-per-view profit. However, we are going to have some tiebreaker questions. Those only come into play when there is a tie for first place. We're not going to try to break a tie for second. Yeah, we're not going to. Literally one tiebreaker. A tiebreaker question won it for Goulet last week. So make sure that when you put in your picks, the tiebreakers are just as important. Also, when you say, well, where do I put them in? You put them in here in this video. Just down here and below here in the comments, put your picks. I only ask, please, for the love of God and all that is holy on this earth, put all your picks together in one post. Put, I predict that so-and-so is going to win, so-and-so is going to win, such and such is going to win, all in there. Don't go, well, I think that so-and-so is really going to win, but I really want such and such, because here's what I think the WWE is. I don't want to hear about that. I just want to straight up, who do you think is going to win? Now, if you want to go in your theories, put that in a different comment on the same video. That's fine. Put all your picks together, preferably in order here. Just put them all together. All the other stuff, different comments, different posts, whatever. But picks, get them in. Okay.
And I just one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's my fault if you don't get it in time. Boom Boom wanted to do this a couple days ago, and I suck. So don't blame Boom Boom. Blame me. All right, go ahead, Booms.
Yeah. And for those of you, again, who are wondering, when do I have to have these in by? You have to have them in by the start of WWE Extreme Rules. Once the pre-show match starts, all bets are off. Everything gets locked at that point, and everything is in. Can you change your picks? Yes, you can, as long as your changes are in before the pre-show. If you have say you have a pick in, and you're like, no, come to think of it, I changed my mind. That's fine, but it has to be in before the pre-show. So, again, once the pre-show starts, your picks are locked, and you're in. All right, so starting out here, speaking of the pre-show, it's going to start off here with a WeLC match. Hornswoggle versus El Torito. Now, if none of you want to watch this match, I will not hold that against you. Dave will not hold that against you. Kocosports.com and our affiliates, our proud sponsors, will not hold that against you, because I am so goddamn uninterested in this fucking match. I don't think it's possible for me to care any less than I already do about this match. I already feel guilty about watching two little people wrestle, but that aside, I know there's nothing morally or ethically wrong with it. It just was a little funny for me, because I'm like, should I be watching this? I don't know. But that aside, it's beyond cartoony. This is definitely for the kids. I'm actually glad that this is not. If this has to happen, I'm glad it's on the pre-show and not on the main pay-per-view, because then I'd be extremely pissed. But this is beyond cartoony. It's ridiculous. I don't care. I don't care how WWE tries to hype this up. I don't care if kids like El Torito. I don't care if Hornswoggle is supposed to be in the new Leprechaun movie. I don't care. Dave, did I mention that I don't care about this match?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad it's on the free, but it's taken away a spot, and I don't know, it's kind of like we saw. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll put on a great match. I'm not betting on that. Who you going with? I'm going with El Torito. You just want to go with the opposite?
You know what? Just to make it interesting, I'll go with Hornswoggle. You can go with El Torito. there is no. I know this. You know, this will
The what?
probably
The,
cost me pay-per-view profits in the end, but I'm just doing this for the sake of just making this interesting. I don't care. No matter who wins, I don't care. No matter who loses, I don't care. Nothing's going to change. This will still be a fucking shitty storyline. Los Matadores and now 3.5-man band are still going to be relegated to WWE main event, WWE superstars, maybe a SmackDown appearance every now and then. But I don't care.
this is the type of feud and match that should be on Saturday Morning Slam. They should bring
Oh
back
yeah, that
Saturday
got
Morning
canceled.
Slam, and this is what should be there. And a lot, we're pretty negative about this. El Torito can do some spots. It would be interesting. And Hornswoggle, I'm trying to put a positive spin on this, Booms. Help me out. Don't look at me like I'm drunk. Um,
Dude,
El
we're trying to
Torito,
push the car out of the ditch here is what we're trying to do. Our car's stuck in the mud, and we're trying to push this thing out.
El Torito knows some lucha, and Hornswoggle in the past has done some great stuff. Ohio Valley with Mr. Anderson or Mr. Kennedy, depending on what you call him. They've done like a power bomb type spot, don't quote me on that, but a really crazy move off the top of the ladder. So Hornswoggle has done amazing things, and El Torito has done amazing things. The kids might like this a lot. So, and one thing I have to do, one positive thing, because we are running this into ground, and I don't think it's good. I just want to give. I find it enjoyable that they're using all the WWE special effects to put it over. They're doing the slow motion and like the really in depth. They're making it seem like a main event. I find it funny, but at the same time, I think it kind of takes away from real when they use those special effects on real feuds. So I find it to be interesting. I'm going El Torito, but who knows? And there'll probably be lots of run-ins and craziness. All right, go ahead. Why are you laughing,
All right.
Booms?
I'm just laughing because I want to give a shout out to Aaron Moore. He's watching us live. For one, he likes my shirt, Callahan Auto Parts, Sandusky, Ohio, plus 10 points if you get that reference. He did correct me about Floyd Money Mayweather. He believes he weighs in at 167, and he's already got his picks in. He's already got. That's what I like about it. Hey, Aaron Moore,
Ewok's got his
congratulations.
picks in too, so I got to copy and paste Ewok. Ewok sent me his picks. I'll put that down in the
Oh, yeah,
comments
yeah.
later.
Aaron Moore and Ewok, no nonsense. By God, they want to win this fucking pay-per-view profits.
I think Ewok. No, listen. If Adam Goulet never shows up again, think about it. Pay-per-view profits. Ewok gets his picks in early, never misses a show, but then misses this show. Adam Goulet. Okay, I don't want you to win pay-per-view profits. I'm rooting against you because you're the powerhouse, but I don't want Ewok to hurt you. Be safe. Call the police. All right, moving on. Let's get more serious. Extreme Rules.
All right.
This is going to be a hardcore pay-per-view. What's next?
If I could be serious for a moment, my Lance Storm here. We've got a triple threat elimination match. It is Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro versus Jack Swagger. This one I'm actually kind of looking forward to because I'm kind of seeing what they're going to do with everybody. You got Rob Van Dam returning. He's in battle now because he returned. He's had a little bit of a feud going with Cesaro. Then made an enemy of Jack Swagger by making an enemy of Zeb Coulter. So he's coming back, and he really can't afford a loss. Then you've got Cesaro, who just broke off from the Real Americans. WWE's really pushing him. They put him together with Paul Heyman, so he really can't afford a loss. And then you have Jack Swagger. He's taking on his former tag team partner. He's trying to get his legs back up under him. He's looking great in the ring as ever, so I really don't think he can afford a loss. I mean, I'm actually interested because it would make sense to have almost anybody win. You could have Van Dam win because both Coulter and Heyman kept running interference and they got in the way. You could have Cesaro win and continue his climb on the ladder. You could have Jack Swagger win, score a bit of revenge for the losses to Cesaro. I just think there's a lot more to this match than meets the eye. Dave, are you looking forward to this match?
Yeah, I am. I really am. Cesaro, Swagger, and RVD all can go. Well, RVD when he wants to go. But all three can go. And all three have a little bit different style. RVD has a style of his own. Swagger's more of a technical wrestler. And Cesaro is an internet dream wrestling machine. I'm going to go with Cesaro pins RVD. I don't think RVD can win this. There's no way. You'll just bury Cesaro, Swagger. I don't even know why RVD's there. You're liking the storyline. I can tell by the way you're talking. you're a mama's boy. No. There's no way RVD can win this. I mean, I can see Swagger winning it, but RVD just seems to be like, oh, you're a star. Let's throw him in there. They did build a storyline. They didn't blindly throw him in, but it just seems like the odd man out. It's like, we want to see Cesaro versus Swaggers. Why the fuck is RVD here? It's kind of like, maybe they were going to make the one-on-one match with Cesaro and Swagger at the next pay-per-view, which kind of really slows down Cesaro's momentum, at least in my eyes, because, we love pure wrestlers that can go. And I don't know. There's no way RVD can win, and I just think RVD is kind of in the way. And I love RVD. It's just, I think they booked their card, and they're like, oh, RVD's back. All right, throw him in this feud. It feels that way to me. I don't know if you share that, but I think Cesaro will win.
I think Rob Van Dam adds an interesting element to the feud. It's better than the tired storyline of, okay, these guys were tag team partners, they split up, now they really hate each other, and now he's got these two former tag team partners wrestling each other. This kind of breaks it up a little bit. You put in Rob Van Dam in the mix. You could argue that whoever wins this could definitely be in hunt for maybe a future Intercontinental title shot, or maybe even a U.S. title shot against the Titty Master, Dean Ambrose. Who knows?
Boom. Can I ask a question? I'm going to raise my hands. I'm going to lose street cred. I'm going to lose a lot of street cred here, okay? I see memes and jokes all the time. Why do everyone call him the Titty Master? Did I miss something on SmackDown? Did I miss something somewhere? Like, every meme everywhere is like, ha 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 ha, Titty Master, get it? And I'm like, no, I don't. But I'm like too embarrassed to ask someone because I'll lose street cred, so I figured, hell, I'll just do it on the show. What's the joke with Titty Masters?
And I decided to look it up, and it's a reference to, I don't know how long ago this was. He had his fist taped up, and I believe on one hand it was Titty, on the other one was Master. Or at least that's what it appeared to be. I don't know if he actually wrote the words, but it was like that's what it looked like. So they just been calling him Dean Titty Master Ambrose.
And now I know. Now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Exactly. All right. I'm saying Cesaro pins RVD. What do you say, sir? Nothing like stuttering on a podcast.
I want Cesaro to win. Everything points to a Cesaro win, but that's what's got me worried, because WWE, it just can't be that simple with WWE. There has to be something here. I want to go with Cesaro, but something tells me no, it's not going to be, and I don't know what voice I should listen to. The Air Infantry, the one inside my head that stutters. I have no idea which voice I should listen to. You know what? I'm going to do this because otherwise I'm going to hate myself, because I'll go against my gut. I'm going to go with Cesaro, too.
All right, Cesaro. Maybe the tiebreaker is who gets pinned. Maybe that should be our first tiebreaker.
It's an elimination match. So who will be the final person pinned to be in the match? So and I'll tell you what, and I'll go with and we'll do this later in the tiebreakers, but I'll go with Jack Swagger just to mix it up a little bit. That's probably going to cost me pay-per-view profits right there. All right.
I didn't know it was elimination. I didn't know it was elimination, but my whole thing is, I know they're trying to recreate the experience with Daniel Bryan with Cesaro. At least that's what I read online. I could see people losing their shit. I could see people losing their shit if Cesaro was the first one eliminated.
Yeah, I can honestly see that. Yeah, signs you see that say Cesaro section, WWE's handing those signs out. So that's something you need to look for, kids. If you see these signs that they're all neat, nice, neat, uniformed, look really good, kind of semi-professional, WWE's handing that shit out. Like Dave, just pointed out, they're going to try to recreate like a but they're going to do it their way. They're going to try to redo Daniel Bryan with Cesaro that happened organically. They're going to try to get their grubby hands in on that one. Because
and I'm okay because Cesaro's a good wrestler. If Cesaro, if they were doing this for Randy Orton and Batista, I'd be storming the streets right now, and people would be like, "Why is this white boy storming in Tokyo?" And yeah, but since Cesaro is the guy getting pushed, I'm like, all right, I'll look the other way on this one. All right, what do we got next?
Just the thing I have with that is you really can't just do that. I mean, you just can't. What happened with Daniel Bryan was organic. It was special. And now they're trying to recreate it. To me, when WWE tries to recreate stuff like that, when they get onto like these, red hot heels and they turn them face and they try to make them cool, it's kind of like, and I'm going to make an old reference here. Did you ever see the movie Wayne's World way back? I think it was like 1991. They started, Wayne and Gar started out doing a show in the basement on cable access. This corporation liked it. They saw it. They picked it up, and then they just, took control of it, and they tried to do the same thing, and it just wasn't good because it wasn't cool. It wasn't organic. It was just, mush. That's what I think is kind of going on here. The treatment that the corporation gave to Wayne's World. And wow, the word corporation got used in a negative connotation, not by Dave Kocotis, but by Boom Boom. What the hell is this world coming to?
I think you're reading my books too much. Put the Dave Coco books down.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
Next here, we've got a handicap match. We've got Alexander Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods. I already know what the tiebreaker question is going to be with this one. I'm going to put the over or under at 3 minutes.
Okay. For tiebreaker, I'm going to go over, and I need to say this. You know what I'm going to say, Booms, but I'm going to say, fuck handicap matches. Fuck handicap matches right in the ass. Yeah, dude, this is a fucking pay-per-view. I'd rather see a squash match than a handicap match. It's pure bullshit. Rusev's going to win, and they're going to run it. They're going to fucking... This is the first time we might have human qualities, so I'm going to say over 3 minutes. This should definitely be a one-on-one match, or maybe the pre-show match. A fucking handicap match on pay-per-view. Shame on you, WWE. Shame on you.
I'm actually betting that this is maybe the second match of the night or the buffer match in between the two main events is what I'm almost willing to bet here. I like Rusev, I like R-Truth, and I really like Xavier Woods. I just don't like how they've done this match. Yes, don't get me wrong, WWE. I love that you're finally got your head out of your ass and you're finally going to start pushing young stars. You're starting to call up people from NXT. You're getting people ready. You're getting the next generation ready for there to be a WWE, for there to be a main event spotlight. I guess maybe they're going to try to create more cannon fodder for John Cena, but that's a different story for a different day. Normally, I would completely like the fact that WWE is pushing young guys, that they're putting an emphasis on them now, they're pulling them up. But what I don't like about this feud is that, their handicap match aside is, one, okay, you've had Rusev win these squash matches against both of them. I don't think that constitutes, creating a feud out of it. I mean, you could just have him squash some people, build up his credibility, then put him up against somebody with somebody with a little bit of cred, put him up against somebody like Big E, or put him up against somebody like who else was it? Kofi Kingston, somebody with a little oomph there, and then have a win like, whoa, this guy's for real, and do it that way. But if you're gonna do this, have it to where, okay, he beat R-Truth Okay, now he beat Xavier Woods, and then have him confront him in like some kind of interview backstage segment and beat him up, and they challenge him to a match. It's like he can beat them both one on one, but can these two guys combine their efforts to beat this guy, to beat Rusev? I would do it that way. I would never have Rusev leave his feet. I would never have him looking vulnerable like they've been doing. I would have it look like, okay, this guy is built like a goddamn brick shit house. Can both of these guys bring him down? Because so far they can't on their own. I mean, right now they're teasing, well, yeah, they can. When they team up on them, yeah, they can knock them down. I don't like that. So I've got Rusev winning, and I'm going to go under 3 minutes.
All right, so we got the same guy, but going opposite as far as tiebreaker goes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what? I like
Rusev. He's going to eat a fucking lunch on this one.
Yeah, I like Rusev a lot. I just don't think he's ready for pay-per-view. This should be pre-show at best. Maybe have 2 pre-show matches on. I still think he has to be squashing people. This is just bad. It's too soon. I don't like it. I don't like it, I say. Not 1 bit. All right, let's go. What do you got next?
Next here is the Divas title match. You have the newly crowned champion Paige, arguably facing her first real test, taking on Tamina. Now, Dave, what we've read on the dirt sheets about Paige is she's well known to the NXT crowd and to uber fucking nerds like us in the Internet Infantry. But they're trying to introduce her to now the WWE Universe, the people who just watch Monday Night Raw, stuff like that. So what they're trying to do now is they bring her up. They had her win quick against AJ. Now they're trying to get everybody to know her. They're going to do some, they've done some vignettes. They've done some interviews. They talk about her. They had her beat some low-level divas, and eventually they're going to try to build her up. And what I can only assume is they're building up for a rematch with AJ. Do you think Tamina Snuka is that kind of credible opponent that will give Paige, that rub and give her some credibility in the eyes of the WWE Universe?
I think so. I think it depends on how good the match is. But, yeah, we talked about this in pre-shows, how people are so over in NXT, and then when they get to Raw, no one knows who the fuck they are. But I think with the WWE Network, that's probably going to change in the future. Yeah, I just think do the underdog thing and have her go. I think it might work. I really do. So I'm going Paige has to win, because if Paige doesn't win this, and we're going kayfabe storyline-wise, AJ Lee looks weak. Paige looks weak. Why would you have the 2 women that are your best wrestlers in the future of your women's division both look weak? I think Paige has to win.
The only thing I could see maybe happening in this match is you see AJ Lee come out in this match, jumps right in, starts attacking Paige, causes disqualification. She still wins the match. Tamina still loses, and it's, hey, I'm back. I want my title back. Because right now, I think according to storyline, she's injured. Right now, I don't know if that's real, fake, legit. I don't really know.
According to internet rumors, she's marrying CM Punk and going on a honeymoon and spending time with him. How accurate is that? I don't know. I don't watch that shit. But
there's no way she can move that quick.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what the internet box says.
Okay, Dave, off topic. How long did you stay engaged?
Oh, we got married pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, bad example.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Wait a minute. I know Ewok and Big Evil are married. How long? I'm asking you guys. How long did you guys stay engaged? I'm just asking because, I mean, there's like this fine line with engagements. It's either oh my God, you rushed into it too quick, you got engaged, and boom, next thing you know, they're married. Or, okay, you two have been engaged for how long? When the fuck are you gonna get married? There's always those two extremes. I don't know if there's ever such thing as okay, you've been engaged the correct amount of time. But anyway, I know I'm rambling. I know I'm trying to avoid this. So, next match here we
got. Who you got? Not so fast, my friend. I don't have your answer.
I'm gonna go with Paige. I'll go with Paige, and maybe the tiebreaker question could be, will AJ return. That could be
All right.
a tiebreaker question.
That's a good tiebreaker question. Can I answer it now?
Yes, go ahead.
I think I'm going to say for the tiebreaker, AJ Lee return, I think it's too soon. I don't know if the rumors of her and CM Punk living happily ever after are accurate. That stuff doesn't interest me that much, to be honest. But I'm just saying, storyline-wise, it's way too soon. I think AJ Lee, no way returns. Do you agree? Disagree on tiebreaker?
I'm going to agree with you. I don't think AJ returns. I honestly don't think she does. I think they've got to get a few more wins up under her belt. It's like she's got, she's found her. They've got to get to a point where she finds her groove. Everything starts going for her, everything starts to click, and then just boom, here comes AJ. Oh shit, just got real. I think that's what they've got to do here. Let's see here. Next here, if you were thinking this prediction is going to be easy, then I've got some bad news. Intercontinental title match. The defending champion Big E takes on the winner of the Intercontinental title tournament, their number one contender for the Intercontinental title tournament. Excuse me. Bad news, Barrett. Wow. Now this one I'm actually kind of looking forward to.
Can I just say something? When it comes to creative, me and Boom Booms, we're nerds. And we break it down, hate stuff, love stuff, and we're kind of negative fuckers. But when something good, booking-wise, happens and we're not sure who's going to win, you have to give them credit. WWE, you're getting a slow clap. WWE, give yourself a Barry Horowitz for this feud. You know what? I will shit in the mouths of people in creative for the rest of my fucking life. But sometimes you have to give them a spoonful of sugar. And this is one of those times. I thought, booking-wise, not sure who's going to win, making the Intercontinental title, both guys could win. I just, you know what? Bravo. This is probably the best booked Intercontinental title match in a very, very long time. And you know what? I'll be the first one to shit in your mouth, but I'll be the first one to give you a clap. Good job, WWE Creative. I don't know who was in charge of that. I know Vince is online. People are saying Vince McMahon is the one who came up with the tournament, but I love everything about this, and I hope this is a thing to come. And you know what? The Intercontinental title means something for the first time in a real long time, and I really enjoyed it. All right, go ahead. You can break it down. I just had we're negative fucks who attack creative.
Yes.
When something works out great, you have to give them their props, and I'm a big supporter of this. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Now, when I see this match, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that they nixed the idea for a fatal four-way, and they went with the idea of having a tournament. They had 8 men, and then they whittled it down, and they got all the way down to Wade Barrett. But to me, Dave, this almost seems like this is kind of like Bizarro Land, because typically I think this is what you would do with a heel champion and a face challenger. Because when you look at it, I mean, typically speaking, I mean, you would think that this should be like the opposite. I mean, you have Big E Langston. He's the champion. He really hasn't wrestled all that much leading up to this pay-per-view. Of course, he's been there holding his belt. Watching the tournament, watching these matches. Then you've had Barrett, with a big crowd response, work his way through, 3 opponents to get to this point. To me, I feel like it should be the opposite way around. I feel like somebody like Big E Langston should have to work his ass off, try to get that opportunity, just to climb to the top of that mountain for the right to challenge the champion. And it should be Wade Barrett, that cocky champion who's not defending, who's not wrestling, not defending his belt, just kind of sitting back to see who's going to come out on top so he can pick up the scraps. I mean, I feel like that, that's the way it should have been, but it's the opposite way around. And like any good story, Dave, I really feel like it would be just a damn shame if, Wade Barrett gets all this momentum, he wins all these matches, he goes to the challenge, and boom, he gets shot down right out there at high noon. So I've got to go with Wade Barrett. I absolutely just have to.
You know what I love about this storyline, this feud? as a fan watching this in their universe, I can tell you, I honestly want both of them to win, and I'm honestly going to be angry that the other guy lost. I can't, like, they built up a small little feud where we're going into a pay-per-view going, oh my god, Wade Barrett can't lose. Oh my god, Big E Langston can't lose. And that's what pro wrestling should be. You don't have that with the Shield versus Triple H and friends. You don't have that with Daniel Bryan and Kane. You get that a lot with New Japan. You get that a lot with Ring of Honor. I hope WWE does this, even if it's just for the Intercontinental title. I would love to see, going into a pay-per-view, the feeling we have for this match. Because I kid you not, I can see, I want them both to win, and whoever loses, I'm going to be like, what the fuck, that guy got fucked over. It's such a good feeling when wrestling booking is at its finest. And it's such a simple storyline. You're going Barrett, I'm going to go Big E. I could see this going either way, and I'm going to feel so bad for the loser, so happy for the winner. And you know what? That's the feeling we should have. That is the feeling we should have in big-time title fights in wrestling. I'm going Big E just to be opposite, but I love both these guys and hope they can win. Now, obviously, loving both guys and feeling bad for the loser does not mean I want a screw job finish. I want to see this through and have a clean finish. This is the best book storyline in a very long time, and it's just simple. I want to thank you, WWE. Now, maybe the next match will be shitty. We'll go back to our old cranky selves. So you got Barrett, I got Big E.
Next one here, and first you have John Cena versus the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. Now, looking at this match, you got to think about Bray Wyatt, who's been challenging some revivals, and you say, John, amazing grace, how sweet thy sound, it saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now my eyes have been opened to the lies, the throne of lies that you sit upon, John Cena. You lead all these sheep, but you know, just as well as I do deep down, you're a monster, John Cena. No matter how you tell everybody to bow down to hustle, loyalty, respect, when you, sir, believe in none of those. And I will enlighten everyone to the truth in the steel cage. And not only will I escape, but so will my message. That I've got the whole world in my hands. Okay, that was me channeling my Bray Wyatt there. Not a very good impression, but it was still pretty good. No, dead serious. I like this feud. I love the kids choir out on Monday Night Raw, the sheep mask. This is someone who John Cena, despite his best efforts, has not been able to bury, has not been able to just embarrass and riddle. I mean, he has tried, but his the same old shit is not working on him. Bray Wyatt comes out, he hits him, he comes back even better. I still think this match is too late. I think John Cena should have done the right thing at WrestleMania 30, but he doesn't because he's a fucking spineless goddamn coward. But I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt winning this one because if he doesn't win, I mean, that's 2 wins in 2 pay-per-views in a row, and you know what? So then it's going to be who the fuck cares. So Bray Wyatt has got to win.
Not so fast, my fellow friend. In the first league course, I don't give a shit. You know what? I'll give you props all day for Big E Barrett. I'll give props to Bray. But 10, 20 years from now, are we going to be talking about this pay-per-view? No, we're going to be talking about WrestleMania. And it's just, you know what? I love Bray Wyatt. I just don't give a shit. Like, whatever. Just I can't wait till this fucking feud is over. And it's not Bray. I want to be clear. I'm not saying John Cena sucks. I'm just saying John Cena sucks. Uh, yeah, I love Bray Wyatt. I love the promos. I love the fact that the fans are doing the heel turn and not John Cena. With that said, I think I'm just burnt. You know what I mean? It's like it's like damaged goods. It's like it's like this. In high school, everyone has a sweetheart, and you love this girl, and you want to sleep with her, but you don't. Not in high school. Not when she's in her peak and she's prime. Then she becomes a cokehead, and then she has 27 kids, an STD. She has to sell her body on the street. And 20 years later, when she's coked out and still fat, how does she pull that off? Only girls from high school in New Jersey can pull that off. She's fat, yet a coke whore. Well, how does that happen? Who knows? But then you pay her $20 to have sex. It's not the same. This isn't. WrestleMania was sleeping with the prom queen. WrestleMania was sleeping with the hot chick. WrestleMania was sleeping with her at her prime. This is, if he wins, you pay $20 for a crack whore that you once had a crush on in high school 20 years later. It's worthless. It is complete fucking garbage. Yeah, no one gives a shit. People are gonna root for Bray Wyatt and go for John Cena. I'm saying Bray Wyatt, but really, I'm not even like. I've come to the point where like I don't even hate John Cena anymore. It's just he doesn't exist. He's just a fucking void of a human being. He's a void of fucking the show. Like like if someone came up to me and be like, "Who's Bray Wyatt going?" I have no idea who the fuck he's facing, but he's got some damn good promos. It's just a fucking void. Like, man, it's such a waste. I'm going Bray Wyatt, but like I said, it's like
It's too late.
Yeah, it's fucking your high school girl that you had a crush on, but paying $20 in the back of Atlantic City alley.
Let me ask you this, Dave. Dave, do you think this is an excuse for John Cena to at least save face in light of criticism? It could be like, well, how come you didn't put over Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30? Well, I gave him a really good match. I made him look as good as I could. WWE, and the writers, creative team, Vince McMahon, everybody said, no, John, you got to win. It's WrestleMania 30. You got to win here. You got to be standing tall at the end. I mean, we're going to have The Undertaker lose. You got to be standing tall at the end of the evening. You're our number one guy. You're our Make-A-Wish guy. But, I insisted. So, I turned around the next month and, put him over at Extreme Rules. Do you think it's some kind of bullshit like that?
You know what? I hate to say this. I don't give a fuck about John Cena so much that I don't even have the energy to hate him. Like I kid you not, the old me, maybe 2 days ago, would rant and rave and say fuck Cena and all that. But eventually, you just get beat. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this match. I might just fucking be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking Facebook and Twitter and fucking tell me who wins. He's not even. I don't even hate him. He's just a fucking void. He doesn't exist. I don't care. I don't care if he's fucking doing political bullshit. I don't give a fuck if he's making 800 million wishes. I don't even have the energy to hate him anymore. He's just a fucking void. Matter of fact,
Dave,
I might say this match doesn't happen and lose pay-per-view profits. I just don't give a shit. You had your chance to be a good person, and you failed. I don't even want to be mad at you. I just don't want you to even be there. Just go away. At least Orton, Batista, I can get fired up and be like, I fucking hate those fuckers. You took that away from me, John. I don't even fucking hate you. Like, you just don't fucking exist. You're such a fucking non-human character that you don't exist. You're so fucking horrible. I can't hate you anymore. You just don't exist. I got Bray Wyatt, but you know what? I don't even give a shit. John Cena, win every fucking match. I don't care. I give up. You win. Fucking matter of fact, why don't I can't even. I'm not even angry. I'm trying to get myself angry. Booms, hot tag. You got to be angry this one.
Thank you. I've been trying to like hot tag for like the past 3 minutes here, but Aaron Moore says it's like sloppy seconds, Dave. So I agree with that. And Forsaken brings up a great point, something we haven't really. We need to promote this more, Dave. But Forsaken brings up, hey, remember that Cena's the Kocosports Internet Champion since he beat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30. Now it's time for Wyatt to get it back and away from Cena at the pay-per-view.
That's a huge point, and I kind of want to kill myself. Thanks, John Cena. So yeah, Bray Wyatt has to get our title back, and hopefully he wins and the feud is over forever. Maybe Bray Wyatt does something like put him in a cement truck. Remember when they did that with the Undertaker's manager? Maybe they put him in a box and send him to Ohio Valley. I don't give a fuck. Spirit Squad, by the way, reference. I don't know. There's other YouTubers and other podcasters, but in the year, what is it, 2020? I don't fucking know. In the year 2020, is anyone still making Spirit Squad references? I think not. That's why we're above the rest. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. John Cena, just go away. Bray Wyatt, do a storyline. Dude, you know what? Go make the Marine 19. Matter of fact, John Cena, if you do anything outside of wrestling, I'll pay for it. I don't even care. It could be fucking gay porn. I'm like, here, I won't watch it more than once, but I'll pay for it. Just fucking go. If you want, we'll do a Kickstarter, dude. I don't even wish you ill will. You know what I mean? You've become such a factor. You're not even a nemesis anymore. You're just fucking nothing. You're nothing. Bray Wyatt has to win the Internet title. Thank you. Thank you, Internet Infantry, for reminding me how much my life is horrible. I appreciate that. Remember, hold on. Remember how happy we were for Big E Barrett? Man, I wish I could rewind. That's going to be one hell of a match. All right, go ahead.
All right, next here is arguably our special attraction for the evening. Six-man tag action. You got the Shield versus Evolution. Dave, this is supposed to be, faction on faction warfare. The Evolution reunited, taking on the Shield. It's been probably one of the biggest hyped up feuds they've done so far. What do you think about it? Sorry, take two. What do you think about it, Dave? Because I think this is actually a pretty good feud. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping if WWE has a habit of doing the right thing. Oh, wait a minute, shit, no, they don't have a habit of doing the right thing. I would like to see them do the right thing and have them put the Shield over because they're going to have to if they're going to get their golden boy, the future golden boy Roman Reigns over.
I think the Shield has to win. You got to remember, the Shield was really the focal point of Extreme Rules, and the buy rates were really high last year. Was that the first time they came out, Extreme Rules? I just know the buy rates for Extreme Rules was very high last year. And to me...
No. They wrestled before. Remember, they wrestled at WrestleMania in that six-man tag match against Big Show, Sheamus, and Orton.
Yeah, Shield has to win. And you know what? When I first saw this feud, I was so happy.
No, the first one was, I think it was Hell in a Cell. It was the one in December. It was right after Survivor Series. They wrestled
Ryback CM Punk.
Yeah, Ryback.
The first time they appeared, they lost Ryback. All right, we're having grandpa moments. But anyway, they were part of the Extreme Rules, and it did really well. It was probably one of the best Extreme Rules ever. Don't quote me on that, but it did really well compared to other Extreme Rules. And I don't know. I think the Shield has to win. Batista's going off to promote his movies. Thank Terry Funk. Randy Orton is, well, he's there. And Triple H, he can't be a full-time wrestler anymore. I think the Shield has to win. And when I first saw this, I was very excited. When I read about it, when I saw it, I was like, oh, right. Triple H, Batista, and Orton all in one match against the Shield. We'll have a good title match. Yeah, I'm glad the D Club's all in one match. I hope the Shield goes over. But when you have all the D Club in one match, at least give us one good Daniel Bryan match. Yeah, I got nothing to say except I think the Shield has to win this. Go ahead.
Okay, you're going Shield. All right, and then finally you got the main event, or what's supposed to be. Huh?
Who you going with?
Shield.
All right, everyone's going Shield. I was going
on. But the main event, you've got his first title defense, Daniel Bryan against his former tag team partner Kane. I'm not going to say that this is going to be a great match. I'm not expecting this to be a great match. I think this is more so as one. You got to establish Daniel Bryan. This is in WWE's eyes, by the way. Daniel Bryan as the champion. Then you got to reintroduce Kane as a legit threat to that title. You got to they're reintroducing him back as the Devil's favorite demon. He's gone extreme. He's not corporate Kane anymore, or as we like to call him, Libertarian Kane. He is, the fucking demon, the fucking bad guy, just the devil incarnate. I mean, Kane, fucking evil. He's like the mixture of Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers mixed together, maybe with a little bit of Freddy Krueger in there on the side for good measure. Because hey, he's got another horror movie coming out. So anyway, you're doing that. And plus, it gives a break to the D Club because they're coming after Daniel Bryan next. And so I think that's the more so the purpose of this is not necessarily, hey, this is going to be an awesome match. This is, okay, we're setting stuff up for down the road. At least that's the way that I see it, Dave. So looking at this match, Daniel Bryan has to win. He can't win by disqualification. He can't win by count out. He has got to straight up beat Kane. Kane pile drived him 3 times on the outside, tried to drag his wife down up under the ring, has been harassing him nonstop. Daniel Bryan, by the laws of professional wrestling, much like the laws of physics, I mean, there's just things that have to happen, and by the laws of professional wrestling, Daniel Bryan has to beat, and I mean emphasize fucking beat, Kane.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan has to win. All right, Daniel Bryan has to win clean. This is such a waste. I don't think the feud was over a while ago. How many times can Daniel Bryan beat Kane? Daniel Bryan has to win. But can I change this a little bit to a topic that might be a little offbeat? On the Facebooks and on the internets, I keep hearing jokes. I keep hearing jokes that the internet has turned on Daniel Bryan and that they're going on to the next big thing. And I know a lot of people online, and probably 80 to 90% of people I know are either wrestling fans or somehow in the wrestling business. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And almost everyone that was rooting for Daniel Bryan, none of them has turned on him. Where the fuck does this come from? Is there a Daniel Bryan fan out there that's like, you know what, he won the title, fuck him, let's move on to Cesaro? It's just, to me, 80 to 90% of fucking people I hang out with are wrestling fans or work in wrestling. And I've never heard anyone say that. I've heard people accuse them of that. And it reminds me of just, where the fuck does this propaganda begin? So I ask you, if you're a Daniel Bryan Yes Movement guy, did you stop supporting him? Did I miss something? Booms, you don't hang out with as many wrestling fans and wrestling people as I do. But out of the wrestling fans and wrestling people you do know, have any of them turned their back on Daniel Bryan?
Honestly, I haven't. The people that are hating on Daniel Bryan were the same, assholes who tried to act like they're all, basically what they did was they took Triple H's point of view, it was like, oh yeah, I totally agree with that, yeah, because, it's like Triple H is going to find out that, these guys are, like, agreed with him, he's going to give him some kind of fucking job or fucking money or some kind of shit. Those are the people fucking hating on Daniel Bryan. People like me are like, okay, yeah, he won the title. That's great. Now let's just see I want to see where they go with this. What kind of title reign they're going to give him? How's it going to be presented? How's he going to be, remembered in history? That's the way I'm looking at it. As I have not known anyone who was like, all right, Daniel Bryan, yes, yes. Oh, Daniel Bryan should be the champion. Oh, Daniel Bryan's been fucked over by the Authority. Yeah, boo, we want Daniel Bryan to headline WrestleMania. Oh, boy, Daniel Bryan's headlining WrestleMania. Oh, boy, Daniel Bryan's won the WWE Championship. Fuck Daniel Bryan. I'm sick of him being champion. Fuck it, let's go to Cesaro. Let's go to somebody else cool. I don't know anybody like that.
Me neither, but like, there's people that accuse people of doing that. I don't know. Like, my question to the internet infantry and anyone out there, do you know anyone that supported Daniel Bryan that has turned their back on him? I mean, I don't know anybody. I have no idea where this comes from. And it reminds me of how propaganda really works. Every, and I'm going to go political for a second, but every new group of political type people are connected to the two parties because mainstream media makes it that way. Every anarchist is really a libertarian, and every libertarian is really a Republican. But every anarchist and libertarian I know is like, that's full of shit. Stop fucking spreading that propaganda. Then you got Occupy. Occupy is like, oh, Occupy movement, they're all Democrats. But yet, you go talk to anyone in Occupy, they're like, no, we're not fucking Democrats. That's dumb. And the same thing with the Tea Party. And I'm just wondering, like I said, 80, 90%, I know a lot of wrestling fans. I don't know anyone that was pro Daniel Bryan that's turned his back on him. I know tons of people saying it like propaganda, but I just wonder, like, is there really anyone out there? Like, are there really libertarians from 5 years ago who are now Republicans? Are there really anarchists? You know what I'm saying? I just think people have to narrow everyone into a slot, and I personally don't know one person who's turned their back on Daniel Bryan yet. But yet, you go look on Facebook and you're like,
it's not unprecedented. I mean, it's happened before. The biggest example, at least that I know of, is Sting back in WCW, way back in the early 90s. I want to say circa 92. Sting was a fan favorite. They gave him a run with the U.S. title. He had a good run with that. He lost it, and eventually they put him in the running for the WCW title. He won it against Lex Luger. Then after he won it, pay-per-view buys went down. I'm not sure I think maybe attendance went down because everybody was on the journey with Sting. They were with him from the beginning. He was working. He was building towards that. They wanted to see him in the main event. He works his way up there. He gets to the main event. He wins the title. He accomplishes his goal. It's like if it was like a movie, after that the end credits would roll, but it's professional wrestling, so the story had to continue. And it's like, okay, well, Sting did it. What more else is there? And then people just kind of like, okay, he did it. Wow, good movie, y'all. And then WCW was like, oh shit, quick, we gotta get the belt off of him. So they had him lose it to Vader almost immediately.
Yeah, I just don't understand it because I see that message being pounded, but the message doesn't equal the people I know, and maybe there's people out there. So I'd like to know someone that was part of the Yes movement, happy at WrestleMania 30, who's already turned their back on him. I don't fucking get that message. And it's a strong message out there. Maybe we just don't know those type of fans. But I know a lot of fans, and I've not seen one be like, you know what? A month ago, I'm fucking tired of this guy already. I've never seen it. I'm very disappointed in this match. So hopefully, the match for me is Big E, Barrett, and the Cesaro match. I think those are the two matches. But man, this pay-per-view, after breaking it down, it looks.
Going into this, I'm sitting there thinking, this all seems like, it seems so obvious. Here's who has to win. Here's who needs to win, and it just seems so obvious. But that's what scares me. WWE just isn't going to go, okay, well, this makes sense, so this needs to happen. They're like, all right, man, I got an idea. How about we have RVD win, and then we have Tamina Snuka get the title, and then we have John Cena beat Bray Wyatt. Why? Because fuck logic. That's why.
That's old school. That's old school. Go ahead.
So I'm kind of scared because I'm just looking here and I'm like, everything seems so obvious, but I'm thinking, what's that curveball? WWE is going to throw us some kind of curveball. I want to see what it is, and it's probably, chances are, with the way we've explained our positions, the way we've watched the show unfold, it's probably going to piss us off.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a very scary pay-per-view, but coming off WrestleMania, it does not look good in my opinion. But I can't put over the Big E Barrett feud enough. I'm gonna go over our picks real quick.
Okay.
That's me. I pick El Torito, Cesaro with the tiebreaker. RVD gets the last pin, or he's pinned last. Rusev wins, but it's over 3 minutes in the tiebreaker. Paige wins, but AJ Lee, I think it's too early to return. I'm going with Big E, but this is such a good booked match. I love this match. This is the best match of the night, booking wise, storyline wise. I go Bray Wyatt beats the Void. I got Shields and Daniel Bryan. Boom boom. Went Hornswoggle, Cesaro with Swagger getting the last, being pinned last. Rusev under 3 minutes for a tiebreaker. Page with no AJ return. He went Barrett, but I mean, this might decide pay-per-view profits, and what a match. He went Bray Wyatt beating the Void. He went Shield, Daniel Bryan. So there's not many we were different on. We're kind of in agreement, but maybe that's why Adam Goulet will win again. I don't know if
Adam Goulet's just going to pick the exact opposite of what we've done, and it's like, I'm going to win again.
That'd be funny if that was really his secret. He's like, I just go in there and do the opposite of what Dave says, and I've won every fucking time. Put your picks down below with the 3 tiebreakers, and I will be posting Ewok's picks because he got it in early, and he's off to, I don't know. I think he's off to. I'm just picturing some cartoon scenario where he cost Adam Goulet a chance to win this one. Oh man, if Adam Goulet doesn't get in, we might have to put an asterisk.
He's going to go over to, he's going over to Goulet's house. He's going to turn heel. He's going to hit him with a steel chair when he's not looking.
Adam Goulet, watch out! Ewok's coming for you. I mean, when you're a big winner like Adam Goulet, people are going to heel turn on it. So, Adam Goulet. Man, everyone's gunning for you. When you're the champ, people turn on you. All right. Booms, promote stuff, and let's wrap this bad boy up. Unless you got some live comments. You got any live comments, or are we just going to wrap this bad boy up?
No, I'm going to bed. I'm not doing live comments. I apologize. I'm very tired. I'm going to bed. So, until the meantime, check us out at Kocosports.com. That's KOCOsports.com. Your home for all combat sports. That includes mixed martial arts, boxing, pro wrestling, amateur wrestling, sumo wrestling. If you can get your nose broke doing it, man, we got you covered there. We've got coverage of the New Japan pay-per-view. We've got coverage of Floyd Money Mayweather's title defense. We're going to have breaking, up-to-date coverage of WWE Extreme Rules, but you got to check us out at Kocosports.com. It's where the world goes to kick ass.
And our editor sent us a thing. I'm just going to read. Maybe it means something. Full NJPW, I don't know what that is, show with AJ winning the strap is going up now. I don't know what that means, but maybe you should go to Kocosports.com and find out. What's NJPW? Yeah, go to Kocosports.com. A lot of guys are working hard on the site, and I just hope that it can live up to what we dream it to be. And also, go buy a shirt so Pablo doesn't beat us with a stick. I have to do a special Stump the Idiot. Someone bought a shirt, so I expect a special Stump the Idiot maybe tonight or tomorrow. Booms, you will be here tomorrow. Spoiler!
Yes, I will.
And you'll be breaking down the pay-per-view. All right, please join us, and we are working hard to become better at what we do. If we keep busting our ass, pretty soon we'll be average.
Yeah, we can't get this shit straight after about a fucking decade. I don't think there's any hope for us, Dave.
sometimes reality hurts. Okay. Can you pump your brake with the reality? Can we dream? Booms. I know it's late, but I want to apologize for making you wait 76 hours because fucking my family takes 26 hours to fucking eat lunch. But I still love you. Tomorrow, pay-per-views. There might be a couple secret links on Kocosports.com. Don't tell Dana White. It's 3 people get that joke. They're laughing their asses off. Thank you. All right, Booms. I'm wrapping up. I love you. And with that, I am over. I got to press the button.